You've heard the headlines, the rumors, the stories, and now you'll hear it from me. I'm here to set the record straight and talk about what really matters. Unfiltered, unapologetic, real. It's time to get things off my chest.
This episode is sponsored by Rooms & More, the most powerful travel platform on the planet. Why pay more for travel when you don't have to? Go to roomsandmore.net, click on Try It Out, and see our prices compared to the major online booking sites. If you like what you see, use promo code OMC for a 50% discount. Off My Chest Sports Show is sponsored by Top Bet Plays. Are you ready to take your sports betting game to the next level? Look no further than Top Bet Plays on Patreon. Right now, you can get the rest of the baseball season and the full football season for over 40% off compared to the regular price of the full football season alone. That's the deal you don't want to miss. At Top Bet Plays, we bring you the best parlays, overs, and unders meticulously analyzed and designed to maximize your win. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or just starting out, our expert picks will give you the edge you need. Join our community today and gain access to exclusive betting insights, weekly picks, and detailed analysis that you won't find anywhere else. Head over to patreon.com/topbetplays and become a member now to start winning big.
Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you all to the show Off My Chest with my special co-host, Loopy, the blogger, and my main man, Jose the Legend Canseco. What's going on, fellas?
Quit calling me a legend.
Man,
I feel important when you do that.
Listen, man, you're a fucking legend, man. You are a legend.
In my own mind. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Listen. You may not can say it, but we can say it. I can say it.
I appreciate that. You make me feel good.
And I'm being honest.
Just for a second. I'm being humble just for a second. Let's get going. You'll see. That shit will change.
So let's get right into it because there's a lot of smack about Aaron Judge. The biggest thing, again, was like, yo, hey, man, he doesn't hear this chump change and this and that. Why don't you think he's responded? Because we know it's gotten to him. Why do you think he hasn't responded?
Well, this is part of it right there.
That's
part of it there. You know, the problem is that he is in a lose-lose situation. Think about it. You think Major League Baseball is going to let Aaron Judge go up against the steroid era? He's the face of baseball. He's the home run king. Again, leading the league in home runs. Leading all of baseball in home runs. I think he hit his 39th yesterday.
38th and 39th.
39th, yeah. So,
congratulations,
Aaron Judge.
40 right
you
now.
are the man. You can hit some bombs like no one else can. But you are going up against not the home run king, but if you ask anyone of that era, if you say, who hit the longest home runs, or who do you think potentially could hit the longest home runs, who had the fastest bat speed, and used the longest bat. So I use a 36, about a 36 around there. And I know you use a 35, 33. I used to whip my bat like a toothpick. Also rated the fastest bat speed in the world. But if you ask anybody, could Canseco potentially hit a baseball further than anybody in the history of the game? And I got videos to prove it. About 600 feet, they're going to say, yes, he can. Now, at 60 years old, a couple of years ago, I went for the home run distance in softball, and I came short by 1 foot. I think I hit it 535 feet. Can you hit a baseball 500 feet, Aaron Judge? Because if we look at your home runs, your longest home runs don't even reach 500 feet. And you know how far 500 feet is. So if you can hit a baseball 500 feet, you might have a chance, but you can't. And I think people are starting to realize, wait a minute, Canseco's 60 years old, but he's a genetic freak. That's what they used to call me, the freak.
Yeah.
So he's a genetic freak even at 60 years old, and I'm using a softball bat with a softball. Even though softball weighs more, baseballs generally should travel further than a softball. My hand speed will nullify that. So I think Major League Baseball's scared. I think Major League Baseball said, wait a minute. Canseco's 60. Aaron Judge, you're what? He's 34, 33 years old, relatively young.
34,
Aaron Judge
33.
is 6'7", 280 pounds. I'm 6'4", about 270. If Jose Canseco happens to hit a softball further than Aaron Judge hits a baseball, what does that say for the steroid PED era? And what does that say for the era of today that Jose Canseco's on testosterone therapy.
What's the difference between testosterone therapy and steroids? Is there a difference?
A prescription. That's the only difference that is prescribed by a doctor.
So you're doing it the legal way.
I'm doing it the legal way.
Yeah.
It's just a legality function of it that you're legally using a steroid, a testosterone, compared to with no prescription, it's illegal.
Yeah.
With a prescription, it's legal. The same amount, same dosage. That's what it really is. So, Aaron Judge, are you in a lose-lose if you go up against me? Yes. Will you lose? Yes. Will Major League Baseball take that risk? Probably not. But we brought up $250,000. That this is a real bet, a real occasion that can happen. Listen, if you win, if you happen to win, give the money to your local charity. That's $250,000. Why not? We can have a lot of fun. You can raise money for your charity. But if I win, can you imagine a 60-year-old man hitting a softball further than Aaron Judge can hit a baseball? And by the way, Aaron, I am the only 60-year-old on this planet and any other planet or any other galaxy that can hit a softball over 500 feet. Don't shy away. Take the challenge.
So Loopy,
Yeah.
how far do me and you think we can hit a softball?
Not even 100 feet.
Yeah, yes, you can. I'm sure.
No,
you got to catch it. You got to catch it right.
So here's what a lot of people DM me and said, and just let me jump to one thing before we go to that. We are looking for a host to host this show. Please, if you have someone who you think will be a great host to come sit in my seat so I can go behind the scenes and do this, tag them. Please tag them, please. Pretty, please tag them so we can take a look at them and see if we can come in and get someone to host this. Now.
And she better be good looking because we already have all this testosterone up here.
And not for nothing. It's not life has changed. It's not about, oh yeah, I know sports. Oh, I can call a winner. You got to have the following. You got to have, and the numbers got to be real because we need help to promote the show. You know what I mean? We just don't need you because you're pretty and you feel you deserve the world.
I don't know about that. Pretty can get you some views.
No,
pretty can get you some following.
You can only go so far.
But Loop is right. You can only go so far.
They got to have the numbers. They got to have the numbers.
And you got to be able to talk some type of.
So the reason why I said that is the reason why I jumped off. Let me jump back on track because a lot of people inboxed me and had questions. The biggest question they had and the biggest problem they have with this challenge is, I guess there's a video that you challenged some kid in like the water, and a couple people sent me the video where you.
Oh yes,
you hit,
it was supposed to hit it over a lake that was 1,000 feet with a crosswind.
Yeah,
which is ridiculous. A softball.
And so that's what they were saying, and I was like, yo, this doesn't look right. And they were saying that you didn't beat the high school kid. How is he ever going to beat Aaron Judge? So can you clarify that for
Absolutely.
the people?
So it was a high school kid using obviously a baseball bat. Now he's using a softball bat. But the issue was that in a crosswind that's blowing right to left, 40 miles an hour,
that makes no
you
sense.
can't do it. It doesn't make any sense because a softball, of course, has a larger surface. So it's going to be more conducive if there's no wind or downwind compared to a crosswind 60 miles an hour. Obviously, a baseball is going to travel further. So obviously, if I were to challenge Aaron Judge, it wouldn't be in a crosswind blowing right to left. Yeah. It'd be in a regular stadium when the wind is not that effective.
I say we do it in Yankee Stadium.
I say we do it either in Yankee Stadium or the Sky Dome. I'm going to tell you why. I want to be the only player in history to hit 5 home runs in the 5th deck in the Sky Dome and hit a softball in the 5th deck in the Sky Dome also. And there is no way in hell Aaron Judge, and I've never seen him do it, and I've never even heard that he did it or came close, hit a baseball in the 5th deck and the Sky Dome. And I could do that with a softball, Aaron Judge.
Listen, I think this could be a huge opportunity for the Yankees, Toronto, whoever. Like you said, I think the Yankees used to be a former player with the Yankees. You got a world championship. This could be a real charity-driven opportunity. I get to go to New York and hang out with Loopy's people.
I get to go back home.
I get to meet Aaron Judge and beat him.
There you go. So
By the way, I am a huge, don't get me wrong, I love the Yankees. That's the only team I watch. I am a huge fan of Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and Soto. I am a huge judge of those 3 players in particular, but that doesn't mean I can't outdistance Aaron Judge.
Yeah. So you do show him a lot of respect.
No,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Always love those guys. But I know who I am, and I know what I can do. And I think it would be a great event just to raise awareness, to raise
absolutely.
capital for charity, and have a lot of fun. I think it would be a great event.
Like a lot of the comments, they were totally disrespectful, speaking about money, speaking about his personal life. Like, bro, y'all not looking at the bigger picture.
Right.
Like, if Aaron Judge does decide, you know what? Let me take a shot at it. If he does win, he could give that money to a charity.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I didn't like when he just said that, I don't care how many steroids you do.
Yeah.
I didn't like that part because obviously this could be something that could be good. It can be fun.
We got enough negative going on in the world,
Yeah.
man.
But
Let's make something
it
positive out
also
of it.
puts him in a bad spot because if he loses, what does he really have to gain, right? So that's a spot that
He's
puts
probably
him
looking
in.
at it like that. I can't win. Even if I
I
win,
can't win.
I can't win.
Yeah, I can't win. But he can win because it would be a cool thing to do. We could do it for charity. And listen, we're putting it out there. I mean, if you want to go to Toronto, maybe we rent out the Toronto Sky Dome. Maybe we rent out the Yankees. We pay for you to go up to Toronto. We prefer to do it in Yankee Stadium. I think that would be pretty cool.
Oh, that would be
I don't
amazing.
think they're gonna let me in Canada. I got felonies. Gucci, I was watching something one day, a Toronto Raptors game, and I seen Gucci Man in the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck this motherfucker got it to Toronto? This is Captain Felony.
Yeah.
So I said he tapped in with Drake. Drake took care of them.
Yeah.
So I need that Drake connect.
Well, we had to call Drake. But it didn't.
Let me tell you a funny story, Loopy, that you mentioned that. 100% accurate about Canada. The year that I met Madonna and it came out on the news, I kid you not, this could be backed up by Mickey Morabito, who's a traveling secretary of the Oakland A's.
Yeah.
I kid you not. So we have a series in Canada. We go into Toronto. We go through customs. And I kid you not. This is a true story. You can't make this shit up. Mickey Morabito will back this up. Traveling secretary for the Oakland A's. They literally interrogated me for an hour in customs.
Yeah.
Only me. 90% of the questions were about Madonna.
Wow.
I kid you not, were about Madonna. Mickey Morabito had to go in, grab me, and get me out of there. So talk about an interrogation for the wrong subject matter just because of their curiosity level. So yeah, if they have it out for you, if you have even a misdemeanor in Canada converts to a felony, 100%, you get a felony charge and you'll never enter Canada.
My boy.
A misdemeanor, something that has been changed from a felony to a misdemeanor, they keep it as a felony, believe it or not. So you can't go into Canada. So they're really restrictive there, and their laws are really strict on certain issues. So you got to be careful.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
But I still love. I played for Toronto
absolutely.
Blue Jays, and I love playing there. Had a great time, but it's tough going through customs over there. 100% accurate.
Well, I think it'd be a great idea. I think it'd be a great charity. Aaron Judge, at this point, come on, man, accept it. Let's do it for charity. Let's get some people together and do this and make it for a good cause at that point. Let's stay on the Yankees real quick because they made a pretty interesting trade the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And they've been cooking ever since.
They've been cooking. Chaz, they got a couple of relievers. Everything that we were pretty much talking about episode 2, they went out and did. They got Chaz. He already got 4 home runs in 2 games. 5 RBIs he had today against Philly.
Yesterday against Philly.
Yeah, against Philly.
So here's my curiosity. One organization gives up on a player. He comes over to another organization and he starts raking.
Yeah.
Anyone curious on what happens there, what's going on? Because he wasn't doing that with the original organization.
Yeah, with the
or else it would have
Marlins.
kept him, obviously, with the Marlins.
Yeah, they
or
would've
his
kept
stats would have been, he would be leading the whole world in home runs right now. He comes with the Yankees. So what happens? What changes? What motivates him to now play better? I've always been curious to find out why one organization gives up on an individual. Individual now goes to another organization. He's a superstar. He's an MVP for a week.
Yeah.
Dropped 5 or 6, 7 bombs. Just motivates the whole team. The whole team looked completely different. The whole structure looks different.
Absolutely.
What happens to these guys? All of a sudden, they wake up.
I think it's when you throw on the blue and white with the stripes, man. It's a whole different ball game. And he
I don't
grew up a
know.
Derek Jeter fan.
I mean, I don't know. I've been watching him play, and you're right. He had a couple home runs the other day, and then just he looks like the adrenaline's taken over.
Yeah.
It's almost like he has something to prove.
Absolutely.
It's like, okay, this organization gave up on me. I was struggling, and my downside, these guys gave up on me. I'm going to show them now what I can really do. And usually what happens is that organizations do give up on players when they're on their low or when they're struggling. Because in baseball, listen, guys, it's simple. 300 hitters are great hitters. You're failing 70% of the time. So 70% of the time, you are struggling. I was a type of hitter to where all of a sudden the announcer would say, you know what, when Canseco's cold, he is so cold, it's crazy. But when he's hot,
He's fucking hot.
he's on fire.
Yeah.
You can't stay hot all the time
Absolutely
as a
not.
power hitter because then you would hit 100 home runs. But you can't stay cold all the time either. It kind of all averages out.
Yeah,
And when
absolutely.
an organization kind of gives up on you, it's basically on your low side, on your downside, when they can just dish you off somewhere else, or they give up on you too early. This was a perfect case of giving up on a player too early. He comes into a Yankee organization, the vibe, the stadium, they need like a Kickstarter, and he does it for them. Bottom line, he just does it for them.
So
Well
do
said,
do we want to look at it that way as that they're giving up on him, or
Well, they obviously gave up on him.
or are they trying to get something for him, more for him, because the Yankees need to push?
What
to go
did they
to
get
the
for
league?
him? A box of cereal and $50. That's all they got for him. It was a trade to where the Yankees are benefiting from it so much because of his output.
Yo, the Yankees fleeced
I mean,
him.
it's crazy. His output has been bizarre. And Aaron Judge is going, yeah. And so it's going, oh my God, yeah, we need you here big time. And he's kind of leading the way for the other players. Aaron Judge does what he does, hit home runs. Bottom line, he's going to hit you 60, 65. Every year, he's just that type of player. The man's an anomaly. He's a beast. One of the gods of baseball, Aaron Judge, yes. But now Aaron Judge can't do it by himself.
No.
Dude, he needs a little bit of help from his minions.
He needs some people to get on.
He needs some people to get on. No, also drop bombs too.
True.
And there was a game where they hit, 7 home runs, 6 home runs. So sometimes the big guys need some help to take some pressure off of himself. So because if they don't have Soto and not Chad that came in, I'd walk Aaron Judge every at bat. He can't steal a base. Have him clog bases. Don't even pitch to him. But now they're strengthening the whole lineup to where you walk a guy, you're facing another power hitter. Now you walk that guy, now you're in real trouble. So he's adding a lot to the organization right now.
And you said something that was very important. You're not gonna stay hot forever.
You can't. It's an
Aaron
impossibility.
Judge
Everything
started
averages
a little
out.
cold. Then he went crazy. Then he went on a little
Right.
month and a half. He wasn't doing the best, but this last week he's been going bananas. So I think he's back. You know,
Oh,
hopefully.
well, he's never left. The
Yeah.
problem is you expect him to hit a home run every game, and that's not just viable. It's not realistic.
Yeah.
If he did, wow.
Yeah.
You know, he'd
It'd
be
be fun.
He'd be from another planet.
Yeah.
But Aaron Judge is going to have his peaks and valleys.
Absolutely.
So for me, when they had that run and they were losing these games, if you watched a lot of the Yankees games, they kept men on base.
Yeah.
The problem was they would hit into the double play.
Double
Yes.
play.
Right, so they
lead
got the
league.
bases loaded, double play. You're
Yep.
like, oh man, you're thinking a big
Yes.
inning, and those hits just weren't coming. And I think listen, in the playoffs, obviously pitching tightens up. The umpires, there's a scope on them. I don't think they can do as much as they normally do.
No.
I
They're
think
being
everything
regulated.
tightens up in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
everything gets.
A lot more eyes.
Yeah,
Be very careful. A lot
so
more
I just
eyes.
feel like what I was trying to tell you guys on episode 2 was that, this is still a long way, and I would rather them have that big lead and then lose it now than to have the big lead in October and getting into the playoffs, and then you have that going on. So that's the thing. They're cooking right now, and I think that young man probably walked into the dugout and was like, "Hey, I'm here, baby. Let's go. I'm getting on. Get me home."
If I'm not mistaken, I think Jeter and them drafted him when Jeter was doing this thing with the Marlins, and he said it back in the Bahamas. Like, I was the biggest Jeter fan. We rocked with all the commercial teams over there. He was like, the Bahamas is a small place, so the Lakers are gonna get some run over there. He said all the commercial teams: Lakers, Yankees, Dolphins, because Bahamas and Miami's close. So he said some shit, and he said, "Yo, it's every kid has a dream when they were, to put on a Yankee jersey." And he did it. I feel like he's in a good place. He gave me the vibes like Didi Gregorius,
Yeah.
He's that shot in the ass to.
Hey, watch it now.
Pause.
I didn't do it. I wasn't there. You can't
to
blame
just
me
light
this
up the
time.
Yankees, like the day before yesterday, when he had that first game with the 2 home runs, just the dugout they look like completely different people from a month ago. I promise you.
They were falling asleep a little bit there,
Yeah.
and then they were kind of like, "Whoa, what's going on?" They needed, like you said, a shot in their ass, and he gave it to them.
Yeah, he gave it to
definitely gave it to them.
So let's talk about that energy. What is it like? Give the fan what it's like. World Series game. You're coming up there, man. You got to give some. In Oakland, obviously, that was a big deal. You said in New York, you really didn't get the burn that way, but in Oakland, it was a different ball game. I mean, the crowd's going crazy.
Bash Brothers
Yeah.
2.0.
Yeah. What is that feeling? Can you describe what it's like? I don't know I don't remember if you guys were down in any games and you needed a big hit.
We were down all right.
Yeah. So I wanted to. What's that feeling like, man? Going up there, you're on the road. The team they're going crazy when you're coming. Give the fan what's going through your mind. Like what is it?
Yeah, well, perfect example of a gain and a loss of energy is 1988. We come off the Boston series. We're playing the Boston series, and it's a tie game, and I hit a home run. Boom, raises our energy and just demolishes the Boston Red Sox energy because it was a cold day. We have our two starters on the actual mound on their side and our side, and we know that's going to be a very low-scoring game. We know maybe 3-2, 2-4, 2-1 type environment. And you want to get that edge right away where you want to build momentum.
Absolutely.
And what momentum is, scoring the first run.
Always.
You got it. And Stewart's on the mound, and I forgot who was their left-hander that was starting at the time, which had an incredible record pitching. And Boston, because they were supposed to start Clemens, but they were going to set Clemens second. Because, oh my God, who's the pitcher, left-hand pitcher, whose record was better than Clemens' record at home.
Okay.
And I had taken them deep so many times, so boom, momentum. We get the momentum, we win that game. Next day, Rogers pitching. They're up by 2 runs. I get up, tie with a two-run home run. Boom, momentum switches to our side. But you can feel momentum in the dugout, and the fans kind of create momentum, especially at home.
Yes.
Especially at home. So we sweep that series. So we go in to the series against the Dodgers with tremendous momentum, right? With the Oakland A's, we just swept the Dodgers.
The Red Sox.
Bruce Hurst was the actual pitcher for the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
So we go in with this incredible momentum to Dodger Stadium, and we're overconfident, and we think, we're going to sweep these guys, we're going to beat them. And all of a sudden, they score a couple runs early. My first at bat, they hit me on the wrist, but the key was that I was hotter than hell, averaging a home run per game, playoffs, and then going into that series. Hit me in the hand, break my hand, and get me out. So my first at bat, Tim Belcher hits me in the hand, almost breaks my hand. I walk. Right away, first hitter, Dave Stewart drills their first leadoff guy, drills him. As saying, no, don't mess with our guys. Drills them. They score 2 runs. We get back up, so now all of a sudden, momentum starts switching back and forth. You can actually feel it in the clubhouse. You think you can or in the dugout, but you can. All of a sudden, I get up with bases loaded, and I hit that grand slam. And we switch momentum back to our side, and you see in their dugout, they're all hyped. Yeah, we're doing that. Oh, my God, we're beating the Oakland A's. Down and this. And all of a sudden, I hit the grand slam, and they're in the dugout like this, somber, like, oh, no. The man we don't want to beat us just hit a grand slam against us.
You ripped it fucking
That's the
hard
guy. So momentum switches right there. Now.
What's going through your head when you run the bases? Can you remember those moments when
Yes.
you run around the bases? Like,
Yes, so-
can you hear the noise? Can you
No.
hear the crowd?
No.
Are you in the zone? Are you in the? Is it like Jordan? Getting in the zone, he can't miss the shot. He's throwing his. Is that the feeling? Like, pause. I want to know if that's the.
Yeah. So when I get up with bases loaded, because I already have so much experience, I know Tim Belcher.
Yeah.
Because he used to be with the Oakland A's. I know how he pitches. He was drafted by the Oakland A's. I know how he pitches. He was a teammate of mine, and I know that he was afraid of throwing me a fastball. I knew it. And the book on me was, do not throw Canseco a fastball. He'll make it disappear. So bases loaded. I said, first pitch, he's going to throw me a fastball. It's not going to be a strike. It's going to be a show pitch. Those fastball up in the zone, I take it. Next pitch, In my mind, I said, there's no way in hell anybody with the game on the line, bases loaded, is going to throw me a fastball down the middle for a strike. It just doesn't happen for me. I sat on a slider. I knew he wasn't going to throw me a fastball. He couldn't throw it by me. I sat on the slider. He threw me a slider. I visualized it. Everything was stone cold quiet around me when my thought patterns were developing. Hit a line drive to center. I knew I had a chance to get out because I hit it so hard. Literally, it was a straight line BB, and it got out. About 420 feet line drive to the camera, crushed it. And I knew exactly what's going to happen. Right there, our momentum switched to our side, to where you can see their dugout.
Drained.
They scored 2 runs in the first inning, and they were all high five, hype, yeah, we got them, this and that. All smiles, all jump in the dugout. When I hit the grand slam, everybody was sitting down there. I looked in, everybody was sitting down. They were like this. Oh, no, the Oakland A's are doing it again. This is how they win games.
Yo, a premeditated
This is how they win games. But here's what happened. Now we're in the 9th, and Gibson comes up, hobbling. And the only thing I thought, he walks Mike Davis. And I've never seen Eckersley hardly walk anybody. He walks Mike Davis on 4 pitches. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, here comes Gibby to hit. And Gibby is what I call a warlord. This guy will not quit. This guy, you can break his leg, break his ankles. You give him that bat, he's so wristy strong that he can easily hit one out with one hand. I knew that as a power hitter. It only takes a snap of the wrist.
That's it.
To get it over the fence. He hobbles, he gets to a certain count. Now Mike Davis steals second base.
God damn.
All I was thinking is, 2 outs, walk this guy.
Yeah.
How are you going to pitch to one of the most experienced players? They're really only true power hitter. This guy can hit it out with one hand. I call him wiry strong. He's so wiry strong that he can hit it out. Why are you going to pitch to him? That thought came through my mind. I said, don't pitch this guy. Perfect opportunity. Walk him. Hey, you, go to first. Pitch to the right hand, the on-deck batter. Who Eckers can strike out easy. And I went, oh, my God. Do not tell me that they're going to pitch to him. Boom. They throw him a 3-2 hanging slider.
Jesus.
Backdoor right down the center of the plate. He hits it with one hand. I step back. I thought I had a chance at it. I see it float over my head. They win the game. You talk about a momentum change right there, guys. That right there, that one at bat changed the whole series completely. I'm going to tell you why. Now, Belcher, we're supposed to beat Belcher. Who's pitching the next game? Oh my God, I'm looking at his feet. I'm blank right now. They're a guy who went 57 innings scoreless.
Yeah.
Their pitcher, their right-hander. Oh my God.
So the person that was pitching the next game after this?
He was their number one guy. And I'm thinking, they win this next game, it's over.
Yeah.
Because generally, the team that wins the first 2, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, ends up winning the World Series. Wow. And I knew next day we faced him, and I'm thinking, if this guy is pitching as well as I think he is, his ball's going to be moving everywhere. And it's going to late break in the zone to where you're going to swing over the ball and hit ground balls even if you do hit it. That's exactly what he did to us. Right there, I knew, oh, my God, this momentum has changed completely. We are in trouble.
And this is the World Series, right?
And this is the World Series. We are in trouble. And Mark McGuire the next day hits a home run, then we get beat the next 2 games. But you feel as an athlete.
That Gibson, that was the famous Gibson home run.
That was the most incredible home run.
Around the base.
Yeah,
that was the most incredible home run I've ever seen in history, to where it completely changed a series for a team. Now, let's look at it this way. We had the way better team. Everyone thought we were going to slaughter the actual Hershiser was their pitcher.
Hershiser, yeah.
Everyone thought we were actually going to slaughter him. But here's what happens. Here's what the gamblers don't understand, because if you ever play the game of baseball or any sport, it's not the best team that wins. It's the best team. It's the best team. It's the team that plays the best in a short series that wins. Because if we would have played the Dodgers in a 10-game series, we probably could have won 6 out of 10. But it was a much shorter series to where right away they got the jump on us. They did everything right in every situation possible. They're guys that during the season may have hit 1 or 2 home runs, hit home runs.
Yeah.
Hershiser, every time he had a hit and run, every time he swung the bat, he got a hit or a double. As a matter of fact, there's a funny stat. Hershiser got more hits than McGuire and myself combined in that series. Did you know that?
No.
No, that's
Look
a
it up.
good
That's
stat.
a true stat.
Yeah.
So that
pitcher?
Yeah.
Or a Hershiser, the
Yeah,
bulldog. They call him the bulldog.
The bulldog.
Yeah.
So that's how momentum can change. And as an athlete, you probably feel it more or understand it more than the fans do.
Yeah.
But you know when you're in trouble, you know when momentum has changed,
Yeah.
and you know when it's the inevitable.
I can feel that shit on TV.
Absolutely.
All right, let's hold on 1 second. Let's go ahead and take a break so we can pay some of these bills, and we'll be right back to get at you guys.
Hey, what if I told you that you could own your own travel platform and it would beat the rates of all of the major online booking engines? Your own portal that allows you to save money on your travel, and you can book for others and pocket the difference since your rate will beat the online big names. The best part is that your site has the exact same inventory that they do. Go to roomsandmore.net and use promo code TRAVEL4LESS to receive 50% off.
Welcome back to the show, Off My Chest. I'm here with Jose and Loopy the Blogger.
Let's get it.
So we're going to jump right into this segment. This segment I think is going to be pretty cool for you guys. It's the Off My Chest baseball team. And we're going to put this in our stories on our Instagram and on the YouTube so you guys can check this out. But we're gonna build our own team, but we're gonna get to a couple of quick questions that I have for these guys. And it's very simple, and you guys can play along, and I'm pretty sure they'll make a reel or something out of this. But now, here's the question, Jose. Your life is on the line. You gotta get a guy to first base only. Who's the one guy that you're bringing up to bat that's going to get a man on first base?
Well, I've given this a lot of thought. It could be 2 guys possibly, and both guys are completely different players. So number 1, of course, Ricky Henderson. The most impressive leadoff hitter in history with a tiny strike zone. Can take deep, can get that hit. But think about this. Barry Bonds. Led all the world in walks when he was playing, was walked intentionally with bases loaded several times, even though these are 2 different type players.
Yeah.
Each one can beat you. So it would be...
You only get one.
I only get one.
You only get one.
And, okay, let me expand this. If that guy... So, you mean you can't get on base, but he's got home run potential. That means he can win the game.
You want to get on first base.
Jesus
5,
Christ.
4, 3, 2,
Ricky Henderson.
1. Ricky Henderson.
Yes.
It's not a bad answer.
All right.
Tough answer. Tough
Go ahead.
question.
Go ahead.
I'm going to
Loopy.
go Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
Yeah, I'm going to go
No
Juan Soto.
way.
Because
Please.
listen, you heard what he said. Get on base. Yo, Juan Soto shakes his ass and walks for no reason. When the Yankees were struggling, Juan Soto got on base pretty much every game. He just wasn't getting cashed
Will you
in.
guys cook him,
Juan
please?
Soto.
Cook him.
Juan Soto.
Cook him.
All we don't need a hit. We don't need a home run. We don't need a single.
Cook him, guys.
We just need to get on base.
Light him up like a candle
Juan Soto's going to get on
and
base.
blow him out.
No, I think the people are going to agree.
Let me tell you,
that.
there's many. That's a good answer too.
Yeah,
All
right.
I wouldn't have picked
I
Juan Soto.
think you can't go wrong with all 3 of them.
I'll name 10 guys before I name Juan Soto.
You know what it
Yeah.
is? You know why Larry's saying that? Because Larry wants an explosion.
No. I
Juan
said walk.
Soto's gonna sit
I
up
won't
there.
walk.
Juan Soto's gonna be like that.
No.
He gonna make that picture very uncomfortable with
Listen.
that Dominican tush.
There's only one answer for this,
Okay.
and that's the walk king.
Who that?
Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I'm surprised.
I can't say no.
I really thought you were going to pick Barry Bonds.
He said both. But
He said both, but I thought you were going to say
that-
Barry
you
Bonds.
know,
Either
Ricky Henderson
answer.
and his family.
I think either answer is really
Pretty
good.
much.
They're really good answers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Second question that I have. Okay. Second one I have. Bases are loaded. We're winning 10-9. It's the bottom of the ninth. We're pitching. right? You're in the outfield. Bases loaded. All we need is one out. You got one pitcher that needs a strikeout, right? One pitcher. You need a strikeout or an out. Who's the pitcher that you're going to in all of your
right-handed hitter or left-handed hitter?
Okay, let's go ahead and go. Let's go left-handed hitter first.
There's only one choice, Randy Johnson. Randy Johnson, if his slider is on, he's the scariest guy. First of all, he's 6'10".
Jesus
So when he releases the
Christ.
ball, he's so tall and so long that once he releases the ball, he slaps you across the face psh, at the same time. So a slider that breaks probably at 93, 94 miles an hour, it's got to break probably 2 feet at the last second, that he can throw it literally at your head, at your shoulder, it will go for a strike. Not even that. When I faced Randy Johnson, he was clocked at 103. So imagine a 103-mile-per-hour fastball with a slider that's unhittable. It's got to be the man, Randy Johnson.
No, absolutely.
So that's him. That's him facing a left-hander.
Yes.
What if there's a right-handed batter up there?
Wow. I would say Pedro. I would say Pedro Martinez 100%. When Pedro is on, I face both of them in their prime when they're on. Pedro's got 4 pitches. Not only that, people don't know this about Pedro. If Pedro wants to, he could throw a fastball in the upper 90s that rises up.
Yep.
But Pedro has 4 pitches. He has control over each and every pitch. And each and every pitch starts off in the same zone and breaks away at the last second. So right-handers, Pedro Martinez. Left-hander, got to be Randy Johnson.
Yeah.
Unhittable when they're on.
Yeah.
All you now, Loopy. What do you say?
To be honest, I'm gonna keep it this era. Right now, if I need a strike, I'll go Paul Schemes.
Paul Schemes.
Yeah, from the Pittsburgh Pirates. The rookie. The kid is a stud.
You're going to go Paul Schemes.
Yeah.
Okay. And anybody you can take.
Yeah. Anybody I can take. You know why? I want to make the game fun for people who don't know who Randy Johnson is, because the world is IQ.
Oh, everybody knows who Randy Johnson. Don't give me that.
No,
everybody
I
knows.
know. I'm with
Randy,
you.
can you believe he said that?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. But I just want to update it a little more for the people, you know what I mean? For the people who don't have brain capacity right now, just to at least watch some baseball.
So
I'll go Paul Schemes. You know what I mean?
I would rather face Schemes than Randy Johnson or Pedro any day.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you why. I know Schemes is going to challenge me with a 103 mile-per-hour fastball.
Yeah.
I can hit that. I cannot hit Pedro's change-up or his fork ball. I cannot hit that.
The thing is, Larry's a cheater. Because he let you pick a right-handed.
I'm gonna give you the
You
same-
should have just went lefty and that's it. One, because I was gonna go Pedro and I'm fucked now. I don't got nothing.
You can go Pedro.
No, you can agree with me.
Commercial, and I gotta go to Paul Schemes.
You can agree with me. You can agree with me.
No, I did. I definitely agree with you.
Pedro.
So
Pedro was the man.
who's your, listen, at the end of the day,
No, yeah, I love both his answers.
so you're saying that.
I love Randy. Yo, you could even go Kurt
Unequivocally,
Schilling.
Randy Johnson's
You could
the
even
man.
go Kurt Schilling. Kurt Schilling was a savage,
No,
bro.
he wasn't. I faced him.
Nah. Kurt Schilling. Listen, no slander on Kurt Schilling.
Yo, Kurt Schilling with the bloody sock. And listen, I fucking hate Kurt
Oh
Schilling,
my
bro.
God, that was so fake.
Kurt
Bloody
Schilling,
sock my ass.
Fuck you and your bloody sock. That was Kool-Aid. That was not blood. But I still respect you. I just don't fuck with the Dead Sox, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, as I got older, I respect athletes. I respect the game. I respect the work you put in. Yo, look, we can't even go Roy Halladay if you want to be a bastard.
No, I faced Roy.
Roy
No,
Halladay from Toronto?
No.
So let me just say this. First
Okay.
of all, there's no slander to Kurt Schilling.
Yeah.
He's a former Yavapai Rough Rider, junior college player, and my high school
I have
teammate.
no idea what that means,
Yeah. So Yavapai College is a baseball.
Translator, please.
It's a baseball school in baseball.
Translation.
Number one baseball college, junior college in America for baseball.
Okay.
And I went to high school with the guy. A little bit of history. I went to the high school. Doug Marabelli, who was catching that
Is
game.
he speaking English? Because I don't know what the hell he's talking about
Doug
right now.
Marabelli was the catcher for
I
that
remember
so-called
Doug. Yeah, the
catch-up
bloody
game.
game. Yeah.
He went to my high school.
I know
Okay.
Doug.
So I got a
know
little
Doug.
history of both of those guys, so no slander. Now, let me tell you guys, for me, and I did cheat a little bit. I went and looked up some guys. So for me, I would have to say if game's on the line, my left-handed pitcher versus my left-hand batter would be Madison Bumgarner.
Oh,
Yeah.
Obviously, you never faced Randy Johnson.
Listen,
Jesus
I love
Christ.
Randy Johnson, but Madison.
Randy, please come here with
Madison-
your 6'10" self and slap this guy.
Well, I think
Show
I
him
think
what you got.
Madison,
Because when you pitched to me, I could have swore when you threw that slider, you slapped me 3 or 4 times across the face at the same time. No, I don't want to hear it.
Madison Bumgarner's a pretty tall
I know
guy
who
too.
he is. No, but he's not 6'10".
And there's stories that in
No.
Double-A he was changing alternators. The bus broke down. He went out there and changed the alternator.
Motherfucker was a horse. He was a horse.
Bumgarner's a big dude. He's like 6'5",
Yeah, he was a
250.
fucking
Oh
That's a
no,
big
no,
man.
he was a big guy.
That's
Now-
a big country boy. I agree.
Now-
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, on the right hand side, when I looked up ESPN's list, Pedro Martinez was number 2 they had on the list.
He's a dog.
And
Pedro
for
was a
me,
dog.
I'm going with 1 out to go. I'm going. It's a toss up between. Well, there's 3 guys, but
One guy.
one guy.
One guy.
So can I at least tell you who the 2 guys are? I think?
One guy.
Well,
Let him give us an explanation. Go ahead.
So
He gave us some latitude. Go ahead. Go
so
ahead.
there's 2 guys, I think.
Yeah.
There's Nolan Ryan.
I faced Nolan. No.
No.
And it's, oh my God, I would listen. I love facing guys that like to challenge you with fastballs. I don't care how hard it is either. It just goes further.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I faced Nolan Ryan several times, took him deep several times. The only thing I love about Nolan Ryan is that when he got behind the count, this stud, because he's a stud, and I played with him and against him, he literally got behind the count of me and went like this. Like, here's a fastball. See if you can hit it. Oh, yeah, I got that. I'm hit it to the moon and back.
Is that what you did?
You know these guys. Yeah, you know these guys are going to throw you a fastball. But a guy like Pedro, 4 pitches, you don't know what the hell he's going to throw up there.
So I'm gonna go with my pick since you said that. I want Loopy to read my pick and tell him who I
Who
picked.
was number 1 on ESPN's list?
No. Hold on.
I am.
Tell him who that guy is that I picked first.
That's what I was going to ask.
Tell him who it is.
Greg Maddux.
Greg Maddox, baby.
Stud.
I need the 1 out. I'm getting my man up there.
Wait.
You think you're going to throw that hard stuff? We got something nice and soft
Here's the
for
key.
you, Jose.
Here's the key.
Breaking ball master.
Greg Maddux in his prime could never pitch today. I'm going to tell you why. The strike zone will be shortened up on him. If he has to pitch to the box, he can't overpower hitters. Historically, look at Greg Maddox's strike zone. He got 3 or 4 inches off each corner. Every time he pitched, that's why he was unhittable. Yes, he had a lot of movement, but with movement and a huge strike zone, you ask any hitter from that era about Greg Maddux. If he had to pitch to today's smaller strike zone, he couldn't survive.
Cooked.
So the number 1 guy
Cooked.
that they had on ESPN, and I cheat a little bit, was Walter Johnson, and that was in 1927.
We never faced him. We don't know.
Yeah,
He
we
didn't
had
have a
no
real
idea.
gun.
Pictures in black and white.
What the?
Motherfucker was
You're
playing
gonna
with
pick
dust.
guys from
I
what?
didn't pick him. ESPN picked him.
Prehistory? Is that what you're bringing up?
Listen.
Motherfucker was around when dinosaurs was around.
Yeah.
Pedro Martinez was number 2 on their list.
Okay.
I was just picking off that. Now,
No, but obviously these guys never faced these hitters. I did. These pitchers, sorry.
Right.
They never faced these pitchers. I did. So that's bullshit hearsay, secondhand information.
Yeah.
I'm telling you from pure experience, I faced these guys. Wow.
all right, you
Randy
ready?
Johnson could have easily been number 1 on that list.
Okay.
He should have been number
All
one.
right, next question. You'll like this one. This is good for you. This is a
Here we
good
go.
one. All right. Now, you're on first base. You're on first base. We need to get in scoring position, right? Well, we don't want them to score and get in scoring position. Who is the catcher behind the plate that's going to throw that's going to throw the 40-40 guy out at second? Who's the catcher that you want behind the plate?
Easy. This is a no-brainer. This should be number 1 all over this universe and every universe. Pudge Rodriguez. Ivan Rodriguez. This kid had a cannon for an arm, the fastest release, the highest percentage of throwing out runners in history.
Higher than Yachty?
Will go down as the best catcher in history. I've never seen a catcher do what this kid does.
How about Yachty from
No.
the Cardinals? No,
No,
no.
no, is that your pick?
No.
Game's on the line. Hold on, game's on the line. Jose Canseco is on first base. We need to throw him out. We can't
I
let
ain't
him.
even running off.
We can't get him to second
You'll
base.
never get him.
Ricky get him. Ricky get him. No, Ricky get. Hey,
First of all, here's the key.
Ricky
Here's the
gone.
key. You steal off the pitcher, not off the catcher.
not off the catcher.
You
Ricky-
always steal off the pitcher, not the catcher.
Ricky
Pudge
gone.
Pudge Rodriguez had the quickest release,
Fucking
with the
cannon.
most accurate cannon I've ever seen in my life.
Fucking
Okay.
cannon.
so who's your pick?
I'm gonna go Pudge.
Pudge.
If I can't go Pudge, I'm gonna just go to his Puerto Rican brother, Yachty.
That
Yachty,
would be
brother.
the only guy that would be remotely close.
Yeah,
but
the
even
brother,
then, that's
the
a
young-
far
the youngest
second.
brother.
Oh,
and
Yachty was
they still like Pudge is
It's
still
a far second. Yeah, it's a
ahead of him
far.
far.
Yachty was good, man, but there was just one guy that I liked as growing up.
Where's he from? Like the 1920s and shit?
No.
You're gonna bring up another guy from way back then when we
went
weren't
to
even
school,
alive?
no.
Did you ride to the ballpark on a dinosaur or what?
There was a guy that I thought, listen, obviously the real
Fred Flintstone from the Flintstone era. That's who it was. Or was it Barney Rubble? Which one was it?
No, there was a guy by the name of Benito Santiago.
Okay,
who used to-
Benito had a cannon.
who used to throw people off from
Yeah.
his knees.
Yeah.
Benito
He
had a
used to
cannon.
gun him out, baby.
Yeah, Benito was really
Beautiful
good.
answer.
Benito was
Beautiful
good. See, people forget
Yeah.
about it because the new era came along and obviously
No,
Pudge
Benito,
was dope.
I played against him. The man had a cannon, but he wasn't Pudge Rodriguez.
Listen. This guy was the first guy I ever seen throw a guy out from
Yes.
his knees.
Yes.
He didn't get up. He
had
just
a whip.
Woof,
He had a whip of an
Second.
arm.
I was like, oh my
Had a
God,
whip.
did he throw that from his knees?
That's
Come on,
different.
man. Like, listen, I mean, so listen, obviously, and then obviously, you know, we know a little history about Pudge. Okay, so we got those out the way. I guess my last one would be is, and this is just a general question because I feel like the catcher, the pitcher, and first base is a really
Starting a team.
yeah, starting a team.
Oh, I know you were going to go there. Tell me about that.
Starting a team.
Yeah.
You got the first pick, Jose. You're starting your team for the first baseman. We'll go by position.
Well, if I needed a nucleus, one player that I would build a team around, it would have to be Ohtani, and I'll tell you why. He fills two positions. Actually, a lot of positions because he's a great outfielder, probably an incredible first baseman, and a Cy Young. So he's an MVP candidate no matter where he plays.
Crazy.
He's a Cy Young candidate on the mound. How can you go anywhere else but Ohtani?
Yeah, makes no
If
sense.
I'm starting a team,
Ohtani.
this kid is 6'4", good-looking kid, young, hits 500-foot home runs, and throws a fastball at 100 miles an hour. What more do you want? That's it.
Motherfucker do everything.
He can do it all as long as he's healthy. He can do it all. He can possibly. Let me tell you, he's so talented. I believe he can do the 40-40, win a triple crown at the same time, and win a Cy Young. That's how talented this man is. Who else can do that in Major League Baseball?
Nobody.
He's got the potential to do it. Can he stay healthy enough to do it? I don't know, but he does have the potential to do it.
Okay,
Who I'm going with?
who you starting your team?
Don't
with?
tell me. Juan Soto, so he can shake his ass in the corner and get the walk. Put his ass on the mound. Let's see what happens.
Just because of the dog he is and the leader he is and just the fight he plays with, I'm going to go Mookie Betts. I like Mookie.
Come on, but
Mookie's a
you
dog.
can't put him on the mound.
Yeah, I know that, but
He's restricted.
Nah, you can't.
But how
put
many
everybody
players
on the
can you
mound.
put
Nah,
on the mound?
Say that again?
You can't put everybody.
Exactly.
On the
That's why Otani's the man.
So-
Thank you very much.
So that was going to be a segment I
That was
want
a
to
trick
talk to you about.
question. That was a
Is
trick
it
question.
Bonds or Ohtani?
Otani all day.
Ohtani all
If
day.
you ask me a
Dave
player
said- Dave said-
that can fill a lot of positions and help out the organization the most, Otani, hands down.
I could definitely see him in the
There's
outfield.
nobody close. I'll be
Third,
honest. There's
first.
there's nobody close.
Yeah, you're right.
Can
So-
Bonds pitch? No. Can Betts pitch? No. Maybe they can't get on the yard and be fucking 10.
Yeah.
So,
no,
so,
Ohtani
so,
gotta
so
be the man.
you think he's going to pitch again at some point?
Absolutely.
You think
There's
so?
no doubt in my mind that Ohtani will pitch again and he'll just DH and pitch. Absolutely.
DH and pitch, no outfield.
I don't think so. Maybe some first base.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
when
like
he
him at
pitches
first.
DHing, maybe at first if they need him because he's an incredible athlete. He's 6'4" and he's left-handed.
Fucking monster.
He kind of fields left-handed,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's kind of awkward, was a right-hand thrower, so glove is left-handed, so that can help. But you need his bat, and you need his arm on the mound. Will they restrict him from running and getting hurt? Most likely. But does he have the potential? Do the 40-40 triple crown, be the Cy Young MVP, all that combination? No doubt in my mind.
Absolutely. That's
He's
my
the
guy.
only guy that has that kind of potential
Yeah.
right now.
If I have someone that I feel that I could, if I got the first pick of everyone, Man, I'm
Shoeless Joe Jackson. You're going that far, right?
you guys are killing
Shoeless
this
Joe, where
disclosure.
are you?
Well, I like Shoeless. He was betting on games. We probably would have had a great relationship.
He was an awesome player, though.
Yeah, he was a good player.
Okay, I got a question.
Okay.
Shortest autograph in Major League history.
Shortest.
Shortest autograph. I just said it. Shoeless Joe Jackson, X.
Yeah.
That was his autograph.
Yeah, that was
Sign
his-
X.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right.
Shortest.
So,
yeah,
so
ever.
my guy would probably be. I'm either going with. It's got to be Ricky Henderson or man. It's so tough. So in my mind, I'm thinking the kid, King Griffey Jr.
Still, he doesn't compare to Otani.
I mean, listen.
You're talking about second place, right? Because it's Otani
Listen,
and a
for
big
me,
gap, and then
but
second
you
place.
already took him, so I
Junior.
can't draft him
Yes,
now.
you
already
can.
took
You
him.
can agree
Listen,
with me. You
listen,
can draft him. You can agree with that draft.
Fucking rules, man.
One of us will end up with him, but you're going to go after him.
You already chose him.
Yo,
so
when I say yo, I want to hit for the pitch.
Okay, so we're going for second
You
place.
take him too.
Okay, so we're going for second place.
I'm
I
going
got
with
you.
Barry Bonds. I think Barry Bonds is more feared than any player in baseball history. Pre-clear, after clear, whatever clear you want. I'm going with Barry Bonds as my first round draft pick. Shout out to Barry Bonds, baby.
That's a very
there
good
you
choice.
Go. There you go. All right, so now, all right, next play. First baseman. Let's go by position, though. I want to go by position, though. Can we do by position, or you just want to do
we
it?
can do it.
So let's go by position. First base.
You know who I got? Mark McGwire.
First base?
My God, are you kidding me? Big Mac averages 1 home run every 10 at-bats. Best in history. Even better than your man Bonds. If Mark McGwire would have stayed healthy, this man would have hit 900 home runs.
Mark would have went on.
No ifs and buts about it.
Mark would've
There's
went
no
on.
doubt. Listen, Mark McGwire, people don't know this about him. In 1987, he came into the league to the Oakland Coliseum. He wasn't using steroids back then. Oakland Coliseum was rated the worst ballpark to hit home runs and for batting average, the biggest foul territory in history.
Absolutely.
The man hit 49 home runs his rookie year.
Wow.
If he would have been in Colorado in a dome, anywhere else, he would have broken the home run record. Mark McGwire would have broken the home run record, period, without using PDs. He would have broken it anyways, just because of his swing and what type of player he was. So I truly believe he would have done that. Now imagine you have a first baseman that averages a home run every 10 at-bats.
Sheesh.
The best in history by far, people. Understand that. And hits 49 home runs at the Oakland Coliseum. Well, he probably lost at least 15 home runs there that year because the ball at nighttime went no fucking where.
Ballparks were fucking huge back
Well,
in the day.
it wasn't huge. It was the atmosphere, the fact that when that cold weather came in and that kind of misty, heavy air came in from the bay, you can just see it sit there at nighttime, and you would hit rockets to the center field. Center field would just sit there and look at it and just, oh, I got you. Other ballparks, you literally crack your bat.
Yeah.
It'd go out easy. So, yeah, a big difference in ballparks. Yes, so it'd be Mark McGwire, easily for me.
Okay, Loopy, your pick.
First base.
Try to beat that.
I'm going to take the captain.
No, first baseman.
Yeah, Don Mattingly was the first baseman.
Don Mattingly?
No, come on, not even close.
I was going to go John Olerud.
That's another one's not even close.
That's fucking terrible. Nah, I'm keeping it plain, man.
You got to start giving him some first choices
So-
because
so-
I'm going to
okay,
take them all.
yeah,
I'm going to take all the
yeah,
good
okay,
ones.
I
yeah,
want
well-
some dogs, man.
So that's who you want?
Yeah, I'll go with Don Mattingly.
Don Mattingly? Okay, that's not
You're
me,
losing already.
But mine would be Mark Grace, who led the league in hitting.
Why?
Who led the league in hitting?
One time?
He led.
What he hit?
He had the most hits from 19 whatever it was 92 to 1998. Hit the most hits in baseball.
And if I would have bunted twice a week, I would have led the league in batting average. Think
Listen.
about that. If I would have laid down 2 hits per week, 2 extra hits per week, my batting average would have went up 60 points.
Listen.
Who cares about that?
Listen. That's my first baseman.
Gotcha.
That's my first
You
baseman.
guys are behind. Go
You
ahead.
know what I'm saying? Well, you got
guys
the
are
first
losing.
pick. Yeah. But now
Okay,
we're gonna
you
switch
take
it up.
it. You guys switch it up.
I'm gonna let you get.
Switch
I'm
it
gonna
up.
let you get
Switch it up.
second base. Best second baseman. Your first second baseman. First round pick for your second base.
I'm going to beat you guys on this one, too. Look, man, you want to start this off? You're with the
Craig Biggio?
That's who you're doing?
I'm asking you. Can I?
No, you can pick
do whatever you want.
to.
I know that.
That's who you get second baseman.
Look at him cheat.
I'm looking at the
Oh,
names.
you know what? What's the kid from Atlanta?
I don't know.
Acuna? Ain't he the second baseman?
He's an outfielder.
No, exactly. Come on.
One of them is
All right, I'll give you one. Okay. I had his name and it just Alomar.
Oh,
Alomar.
Sandy
Alomar?
Alomar. You right. The Alomar
I want to take
Alomar
Second
you.
baseman. You ever
I
seen
don't want to take you.
Take a look at the stats.
I don't want to
Now
take
Robbie. Now Sandy was a catcher. Robbie Alomar.
Yeah.
Second baseman.
Robbie.
Take a look at the stats.
you. Nah.
Take a look at the
I'm
stat.
not- I'm not.
Amazing player.
One of them passed away, right? One of the brothers, because there was two of them.
Sandy and
Roberto Alomar was the guy.
Yeah.
That's who you're
Robbie,
talking about.
Roberto.
So I'm gonna go with God, there's two guys that all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go. My second baseman is gonna be that's tough. I like Robinson Cano.
All right, Robinson has some great years with the Yankees.
I like Robinson Cano.
He
I'm
did.
gonna go to Yankees. I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
don't
go
even
Robinson Cano on the clock, baby.
All right.
I don't
All right,
even
so
know-
let
I
me
don't
tell
even
you.
know how I missed that.
True story about Robinson Cano. I just did a charity event. Oh my God, I can't forget. About 4 months ago. And Robinson Cano went up against me in a homer hitting competition, softball. This man destroys a softball.
Yeah.
He actually hit more than I did.
He got a beautiful swing.
Oh, he's got a great swing.
Mm-hmm.
He was in baseball shape because he was playing in Mexico.
Yeah.
So he comes in. I didn't realize it because I usually win those competitions. He hit way more than me. Let me tell you, he had a couple well over 400 feet.
Yeah. He's still playing. That motherfucker's outside.
He's 40 something. He's still young, 43 years old. Wow, he put on a show. Very impressive.
That's what's up.
All right,
man.
I'm gonna end this last one. I'm
Okay.
gonna end this last one
Derek Jeter.
on the shortstop
I'm
side.
going Derek Jeter. 5 rings, fucking
Most
captain.
overrated shortstop in the
So
history
hold
of the
on,
game.
I'm gonna let him pick. So that's your pick,
Derek Jeter.
That's your
No
pick.
ifs, ands, or buts.
Derek Jeter. Okay, and go ahead and tell me why Derek Jeter is overrated.
Well, look at the percentage of errors that he made.
Okay.
The most of any shortstop in his category.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, he had 3,000 hits, but look at Alex Rodriguez as shortstop. Stat-wise, blows Derek Jeter out of the water, the ocean, the pond, the lake, no matter where you want to put it. The reason why Derek Jeter was so overrated because he played for the Yankees and he got, 5 or 6 World Series rings?
5.
So
Went 7.
Right. So, but when you look at statistics, he doesn't even rate in fielding percentage in top 20. Horrible shortstop. He's an average shortstop, below average shortstop. Alex Rodriguez,
I can't agree with you. I
best
think
shortstop in history in almost every single category.
Derek Jeter made shortstop look cool, man. Jeter brings
Why?
swag
Because
to
he
the
had a
game.
Yankee uniform on.
Yeah, he brings swag to
Anywhere
the game.
else, you wouldn't even know who he was. Think about it. The Yankees made Derek Jeter. And once they elected him the captain, they're synonymous now together. But
I don't think
stat-wise,
they made him.
no.
I think he bust his ass.
No, he busted. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. The Yankees synonymous with
True,
Derek
true.
Jeter.
Okay.
Derek Jeter, Yankees, Derek Jeter. Right?
Okay.
So mine is going to be the one, the only, the everlasting Cal Ripken.
Oh God, really? Why? Because he played so many games back to back to
No,
back
let
to
me
back.
let me go ahead.
Yeah, please tell us this story.
I'm gonna tell you who I really want. Let me scratch Cal.
He's
Ripken.
one big fucking man, though.
No,
Yeah.
let me tell you,
He's
Cal
got even
Ripken. I
bigger.
thought Cal Ripken
He's
was
6'4".
dope. But listen, my if you're talking about growing up as a young kid, seeing and no disrespect to anybody, but seeing a black man I like Barry Larkin. I thought Barry Larkin was just smoothest. I like Barry Larkin was just bam, 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 bam. I like that whole team, Barry Larkin, Eric Davis. Like, I love the Big Red Machine. So growing up as a kid.
I love the Big Red Machine growing up. Absolutely.
I'm gonna go with Barry Larkin.
Okay.
Shout out to Barry Larkin at that position, and I think that's it. So we've done good. Like, he's got some good first round picks. I give them off to you.
I stole them all.
But Loopy, I think you got a good team.
No, I got a good team.
You got a good team.
I got a good team.
You got a good team. You got a good like A-ball, Class A, minor league. He's bringing up shit from prehistory, Fred Flintstone and his gang back then. Yeah, we're looking.
So just so you know, and these were all ESPN's one. The number one shortstop of all time they have is Honor Wagner's. He played in 18.
God, we don't go back that far.
Motherfucker wrestled dinosaurs.
We never miss. I mean, where is clips so we can watch him hit play? It's all fast forward and black and white and shit with all the.
His clips have no audio. It's just,
ESPN. ESPN bugs out when they do stuff like that.
Come on now.
Yeah, the stats.
They're trying to keep it alive.
Yeah, the stats. Alex Rodriguez is number 2 on their list.
Yeah, get rid of course. Get rid of
Ernie Banks was another good one.
Was that shortstops?
Yeah, those were
What is
shortstops.
Jeter.
about 1500th.
Jeter was number 5 on the list.
I don't even know how. Why? Exactly.
It's a popularity contest at that point. Right?
Yankees championship team. It's like this.
The captain, man.
Back in the past, really, you voted on an MVP depending on if you led your team to the playoffs or the World Series. In the past, that's how it was. Not individual, what you did there. You could have been on a last place team, done the 40-40, beat everyone out statistically, and not made even top 5 in MVP rankings. You could be on a winning team, have the worst stats of all the other MVPs, and get voted the MVP of the year.
That's fucking strange.
Because they associate the MVP with yourself helping your team win the division of the World Series.
Yeah.
Come on, that should be an individual thing. So,
Jeter never won no MVPs, right?
how?
Yeah, exactly.
How? Doing what? Explain to me doing what?
Not even in the World Series?
I don't know. Well, maybe. I don't know. But never like the MVP of the league or no.
Jeter was a stud. That's my favorite show.
So listen, go ahead and check out our IG on Instagram, Off My Chest Sports Show. And is that what it is? Off my Chest Sports Show? Yep. I want you to check that on Instagram. We're gonna put this in our stories. Please respond, and then we'll go ahead and tag some players that we think, we'll ask you who's better. We also need you to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, please, to let us know that we're doing our job and see that you guys are paying attention out there. We really need your help with that. So thank you guys. I know everybody always asks to like and subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button. And listen, we see you guys in the comments. We want to talk to you guys. Please go in there. Jose's watching. He's looking at everything, and we're going. And then let's go ahead and get it going.
I wanna give a quick shout out to my man Nelson, Moneyline Mafia. He left a very interesting comment on the YouTube page because he heard what I was saying. I was like, "Oh, Ohtani over Barry Bonds," and he just went off. And how fucking dare you? Barry Bonds is the guy. Barry Bonds. He just left that ill comment that I was like, holy shit, I ruffled this feather. So just want to give a shout out to him and want to thank him for leaving comments, always subscribing. As soon as we drop episodes, he's the first one. Yo, I left a comment. Yo, the show was great. And even sometimes if we lack in something, like, yo, you guys can fix this up a little bit, the light. So he's really tuned in to the YouTube channel, everything. I just want to shout him out and thank him, man.
And just so you know, Dave did agree with you on Ohtani being the best player. Dave's pretty knowledgeable as well, and he was like, "I'm taking Ohtani because
he's smart, of course.
He can pitch and he can go." But I mean, listen, after that, the rest is there. But listen, thank you guys again for subscribing. We really appreciate you guys. Please subscribe, and we hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and hope you guys let things and get things off your chest.